Giving you a slice of unapologetic conversation. Welcome to Straight to Tape. My name is C. Perry II, the Mr. Fantastic of podcasting's Fantastic Four. First, the comedian, professional joke slanger, Tico the Gallo. What's good, Tico?
Hello, Father. Here I am. And camp. I don't know the rest of that shit, but I thought it would sound dope, but it doesn't. This is Tico. You know how it does and what it do. You know, you talk about it. I live it all day, every day. Had a good weekend, all days, riding boats, smelling fish. And I ain't talking about the ones on Lane Street.
Whoa.
Really? Come on, Joe. Come on.
I'm talking about catfish, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about we was at a lake, you know what I'm saying? You know, it was fishing and a lot of drinking and a lot of stories told. So
the old stories told.
Live vicariously through me, people.
That's funny.
And of course, the first lady of S2T, the quintessential hip hop mom, Keisha with a Y. What's good, Kay?
What's good, y'all? Hey, y'all. It's Keisha with Y, aka Hip Hop Mom, aka Happy Birthday, James Brown. Hey, and your mom's favorite mom, because your mom probably loves James Brown. Mom.
Yeah.
Mom.
Did they bury him yet?
Static.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
that was long.
Chocolate Drop. Is that your favorite James Brown song?
What, Static?
Mm-hmm.
Won't be no static.
Don't start now.
Yo,
won't be
none. You know what I'm saying? It's about full force, nigga. What's up?
Yes,
That might be my favorite James Brown joint. You feel me?
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, the man that you just heard from, he is our social media assassin for the Double Deuce. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Rob the Actual. What's good, Rob?
Every time you say that, I want to run to the corner store, bro. You know what I'm saying? And get me a deuce, a Miller High Life. We gonna have to come up with something else, man. I don't know, man. But listen, we in the building and we ready to get this thing going. We got a hot show for you. You feel me? And thank you for tapping in. We're on all your favorite platforms. Perry's getting ready to get into that in a minute. So tap in, go ahead, get your drink, man. You know what I'm saying? You should have ate already, I guess. But if not, you can eat while you're watching the show. You know what I'm saying? Put us on your TV. Project it. You know what I'm saying? And hey, man, join us, man.
Drop a heart, y'all. Drop a heart.
Yeah, drop a heart on this joint if you're watching live right now. Go ahead and give us a heart. You know what I'm saying? If you're watching on Facebook Live, drop a heart. If you're watching on YouTube, drop a heart. You know what I'm saying?
In the house tonight.
Stand
up. Stand up.
Ladies and gentlemen, look, ladies and gentlemen, we have an exciting show for you tonight. Rapper Pooh from Little Brother is in the house with us tonight. And
hip hop.
Yes. I mean, let's just be real, hip hop royalty. So we get a chance to kick it with Pooh tonight. But look, ladies and gentlemen, remember you can catch. Oh, shut up! You can catch Straight to Tape Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook Live, on YouTube, and on Twitch. The audio version of Straight to Tape, which is now powered by Acast. You can find it on all of your favorite podcasting platforms, including Apple Podcasts, including iHeartRadio, including Spotify, including Amazon Music, and including Google Podcasts. Okay. Make sure you are following us on our social media platforms, Facebook, IG, and Twitter, Straight to Tape. And don't forget to go over to our YouTube channel, S2T Media. Hit the subscribe button and be in tune. May I say it again? Be in tune with your favorite podcast.
Yeah, buddy.
You
Yeah,
already
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I see, like we always like to say, expanding the footprint. Okay.
Yo, early in the comments, Reg, that dude, Martha Lloyd, will joke for food. Is that champ? Is that champ? Watching on YouTube?
Would you joke for food?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yo, but if it
getting
is or
there.
if it's not, what's up? What's up, Jay Burke in the comments early, man? We're gonna get to y'all later. Join, tap in, drop a comment, drop a heart if you're watching live, and let's do this.
Let's do this. So, let's get things started by taking a look at some of the biggest news storylines of the week in a portion of the show that we call the headline grab. So, where should we start? I mean, look, to be honest with you, already know where we're going to start, okay? So, leaked Supreme Court draft would overturn Roe v. Wade, okay? And actually, it was kind of, I don't know if I want to call it slick or if I want to call it calculated. Now, last night, it was probably around, I would say maybe around 8 o'clock, okay? The Met Gala had started, okay?
Mhm.
So you already had everybody, on social media talking about the Met Gala and talk about what everyone was wearing. And then out of nowhere, Politico drops a article about Roe v. Wade. Okay, and this was a leaked draft of the draft opinion by the Supreme Court, led by Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito. He's the one who wrote it. Okay, which in essence overturns Roe versus Wade. I mean, sorry, Roe
Roe v. Wade.
Roe v. Wade on a federal level,
Mhm.
and in essence, putting the responsibility of abortion and abortion rights on the states.
So let's start at the beginning. Has anything like this happened before, where these preemptive statements have leaked from the Supreme Court?
I'll say this. I think it was maybe like one other time where there was a preemptive strike like this, but the speculation was to keep the justices that were leaning one way, making sure they stayed leaning that one way, putting their name out there to make sure that it stuck with it. Okay. This one, like I said, with me, it was timing. It was timing. It was who got it. Okay. It was when it occurred, because back in December, the Supreme Court heard the case from Mississippi that put abortion rights into play from the court. So I'll say this: what was put out there, let's be honest, based on the makeup of the court, was expected. But in the way that it was put out there, yeah, let's just say that's suspect on many different levels.
Second question: when is the official decision or official ruling supposed to happen?
It might not be for like a couple months, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
And we have midterm elections in a couple of weeks.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's it. Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Makes
it won't
sense.
be final until it's actually published, and that's going to be like close to a couple months from now, if that.
yeah.
Right.
Right.
And with a with the issue like abortion rights, you have two voter bases that are energized. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
one that is finally getting what they want. Okay, which was this was always this was let's look this was always the mission. Okay, this was always the mission of the right,
Mhm.
was to get was to strike it down. Okay, and the mission of the left being to being to maintain it. All right, panel, look, just your initial thoughts of when you heard that this when you heard this leak, when you saw the leak, what were your initial thoughts?
Snitches get stitches. I mean, this whole leak thing, man. I mean, for real. It's not surprising anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like you might as well just say exclusively on. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's
Politico. Yeah.
it's exactly, it's like, man, we all knew what it was going to be about, right? But you're absolutely right, P. They do that stuff undercover, and it's usually under the cover. And they had a great cover because a lot of people that was at the gala had on a lot of fucking crazy covers. So that's, you know what I'm saying. So
What are you talking
it's usually when they have something outlandish like this is when I'm kind of curious about when they slip shit through,
Sneak it under
you
the
know what I'm
radar.
saying?
Yeah.
Exactly, up under the radar. You know what I'm saying? It's like the whole
Well,
Will Smith and Chris Rock shit. I'm really curious about like what shit like slipped through like that
Well,
whole
yeah,
like two
well,
their
weeks.
this
their
is Roe v.
choice.
Wade. There's no way
Right.
to slip it through.
It's
There's
Right,
no
gonna
way
come
right,
to
in
slip
right.
it
anyway.
through. This
But
is I looked at it more as being calculated because of attention that you're already gonna have. Okay.
Mhm.
right.
Because one, social media was flooded last night because of the Met Gala. It's always flooded because because of the Met Gala. You
This is
put
the
this
first year
out,
back too. Mm-hmm.
yeah, you put this out, there's automatically going to be more eyes, man. There's
Right.
automatically going to be more eyes on it.
Yeah,
But
that makes sense.
whenever you leak this, okay, whenever this was going to be leaked, it was always going to be eyes on it, regardless,
Mhm.
Right.
because of what it is, because of the precedent that it will set once it is once it is out of the draft
Yeah.
stage.
Once they bang the gavel on it, is
Exactly.
see that's my main concern. I'm not like I'm I'm pro-choice.
Mhm.
And allow people to do with their bodies. There's not really a coupling body issue for men, so just leave women and their bodies alone. So that stated, um it's interesting they chose Politico, whoever it was. Um I heard on the news this morning that the Supreme Court is not necessarily going to investigate it. They did confirm the validity of the document, right? So it is real. Um, but what this whole thing, aside from sending this, so here's the thing: a lot of states had already recently, not too long ago, not too long ago, enacted laws to circumvent Roe v. Wade anyway, right?
Mhm.
Um, so this is just going to put all of that onus back on the states. In North Carolina, there was a law granting rights for abortion before Roe v. Wade ever came onto the Supreme Court floor. So there's a question up in the air about what's going to happen in North Carolina once the gavel is banged, but it also this precedent is a slippery slope.
Mhm.
Exactly.
There
Exactly.
have been officials who have stated publicly in the last day, 24 hours since this was released, that Next, they're going after gay marriage. And then what's next? And then what's next? There's a lot of shit that you depend on and
Right.
take for granted every day that are either constitutional, I mean, not constitutional, Supreme Court precedent cases, or constitutional amendments, right? My right to exist in this country as being counted as a whole fucking person, kind of, is a constitutional amendment.
Yeah.
So it seems like as long as you get enough people, it's the way the government works. As long as you get enough people to agree with you that are sitting on the right seats, then this very thing, this institutional presidential law has been in effect for longer than a lot of people listening to this show have been alive, right?
Right. Right.
And then they're just going to wipe it away federally. They can't wipe away, what is it, Title I for weed, but they're worried about women's bodies. But, you know, it's the government and the patriarchy and all of that stuff. Go ahead, Rob, because I was about to go into the whole voting thing.
Blessed be the fruit
Blessed be the fruit.
Right.
under his eye.
Exactly.
I
We see how
mean,
that shit turned out, right? We see how it turned out.
I joke about it, but I mean, okay, but again, you know how they say art imitates life. I mean, people joke about the Handmaid's Tale and all that type of stuff, man, but that shit was crazy, man. Women woke up one morning and it was like, hey, nah, you know what I'm saying? You don't get to go to work. Come go to this get on this bus and go to this prison and whatever. So
right. It's hyperbole, but it's based in real sentiment of shit that's happening in this world.
Basically an extreme far right. I try to stay as close to the center as possible. But an extreme far right fundamentalist super religious regime took over the government in that in that fictional
in that part of the country
show. Right. So anyway, I say all that to say, I mean, I bring that up because again, that's a TV show, but it takes me back to what Keith said earlier, the slippery slope, because I have to say that I kind of lean pro-choice as well, but what's next and what's next and what's next?
Yep.
You know what I mean? That kind of concerns me. You feel me? So that's where I am with it.
I mean, you have, because you automatically now have you have a good amount of the country that now does not have confidence in the law side of our three-headed monster.
Right. So you say this is fine for 40 fucking years, right? You say it's fine.
Exactly.
It's fine. And then one day it's like, no, it ain't fine no more. So we're gonna change it back. That's just ludicrous to me. But also, like,
sometimes the sleeping giant just slips and sleeps.
With the whole slippery slope thing and the what's next, it would be different if there were the same people who have made this decision and rallied all their troops and done whatever they needed to do to rescind this federal law, right? But these same people are not wanting to fund basic programs so that in the event Brenda has a baby, that Brenda has the resources required. And I'm not talking about handouts. I'm talking about sexual, or Brenda wants to have sex at 16, 17, 18, 19 years old, that she has been educated in school amongst her peers by a professional about sex and protection and procreation and sexually transmitted diseases, and financial fitness and parenthood. Like all of these things are no longer or slowly dwindling from school curriculums. And then because kids are going to have sex, and most of the people that have made this decision, they had sex too. But guess what? They also had mom and dad to help them when they fell into that pitfall.
Mhm.
Or they had mom and dad to send them down south for to have the baby and come back and live like nothing happened. They have those resources in their circles. A lot of these women don't have that. And they don't have these programs that are supposed to be support systems to not only educate but assist when in need, because that is what the government is fucking supposed to do.
Right.
It is supposed to help its constituents on every level. But all of these programs are being wiped away because of fiscal issues. And then you want to take this option away. And then you will also, after the birth, want to take any programs away that help care for these children that you wanted these people to have, because you took their right to not have them away.
It's like a
one
scare.
thing.
It's like a. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Tico. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I said it's like a. Sounds like almost like a scared straight type of tactic. You're gonna have these babies. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna deal with these babies whether you want them or not. But the crazy thing about it is, what about those women that that get raped or you know what I'm saying? What
That's
happens
all
to
going to
those
be in the
women?
state's hands. That's all
Right.
those laws will be in
Yeah.
the state's hands.
Up to the state.
Right.
All the different
Yeah.
stipulations, all of the if then clauses, those are going to be in the state's hands. So we'll
Yeah.
see what happens. Though.
I'll say this. I got one thing to say because we've said it before plenty of times on this show. Elections have consequences. Okay. Elections have consequences. And Key, I'm gonna let you wrap it up with what you're about to say next after I just said
Yeah,
elections have
they
consequences.
do, and they might not have instant consequences. You may not vote today and then tomorrow this happens. But the people that we elect at every level of government are responsible in most ways for the programs that I was talking about. They're responsible. Everything, all of this shit is connected. So please go vote. And I'm not speaking on one side or the other, but our government is really fucked up right now. We have completely removed actually policy making from politics, and it is all a muck of emotional morality, just gunk. Go do your research, and we're going to put several links in the chat. But go for North Carolina, and if you need more, just hit me up and I'll find them. But go do your research. You can look at your sample ballot, what's on your ballot right now. Early voting in North Carolina has started. We'll put a link in there for you to find early voting places. You can look at your ballot, do your research. Don't just go in and say, "Oh, that person has a nice name. I know somebody named that, but that person, that's not the person, but I'm just going to vote for that person." Vote, do your research, figure out what's important to you, and see how these candidates align with your ideals, and vote for those people. If everybody does that, if everybody had been doing that, midterm and big election, we probably wouldn't be where we are right now. However, let's make it right. Let's right the ship. Y'all check out these resources and go vote, please. It is important.
Ladies and gentlemen, look, that was our headline grab. Let's get to our guest.
Hold up,
Okay.
man. Hold up.
What?
Before we do, man, I just want to say,
Go ahead.
yo, thank y'all for rocking out in the comments, man. Like we really could, you know what I'm saying? We have a guest that we about to go to, you know what I'm saying, that we're excited about. But we really could, you know what I'm saying, go on with this pretty much for the whole show. You feel me? Because it's some stuff that I'd like to challenge in the comments right now.
Same
But
here.
it's all
Yeah,
great. It's
yeah.
all good. You know what I'm saying? It's all
I am
good.
so biting my tongue right now.
We can talk about it.
Is that the dude that called me an idiot one time?
We could talk about it later.
But let's address
that's my homie. That's my homie. But yeah,
but we can address that. Like I said, we can address that later because look, more importantly, guys, look, we have a guest.
That's my guy, but you know, it's all good.
Yeah, we have a guest, okay? And look, for real, our guest tonight, I'm gonna be just straight up with you. He needs no introduction, okay? He's one half of the legendary group Little Brother, and he's the subject of a upcoming documentary called May the Lord Watch, the Little Brother story. Have you heard about this? Have you seen a little piece of it? Well, guess what? I'm gonna show you a little piece of it right now. Hold on.
We still got time? We just getting started and shit, man. Where we at?
It became a mess.
We got time, Jim? Jim said we got time.
And I was just like, dog, all I wanted was my favorite rap group to get back together.
To say I'm a Little Brother fan would be an understatement.
That's the best, bruh. That's one of my favorite verses in the entire fucking history of rap.
Yeah, I got some things to say about Little Brother. They're underground legends. They were in there with the Slum Villages, the Tribe Called Quest.
Big record labels, you chase the hits, man, and they didn't have one.
I don't know, bro. Does Little Brother even stand a fucking chance? Who motherfuckers care? Y'all care.
Thank you for being here. It's been a journey, and I hope that if you learned anything from my journey, man, if we can get through our shit and come through and do this right here today, then anything is possible, nigga, for real.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us in the S2T virtual studios, man, god damn it, we got rapper Pooh in the house. What's up, Pooh?
What's good? What's good?
Pooh in the building.
Going on, Pooh?
Man, thank y'all for having me, man.
Thanks for coming on. That nigga Drake said, yeah, you know, to say I'm a fan is an understatement. Man, Little Brother made Drake. I said it. Y'all ain't got to say it. Y'all ain't got to say it. You ain't got to say it, Pooh. I said it. I'll die on that hill, bro. Little Brother made Drake. But let's go.
Man, look, man.
Hey, man.
Why you do that, Aubrey?
I
love Drake, man. It's all God. I love Drake, but it's the truth. But go ahead, Pooh.
I mean, somebody made all of us, so you know what I mean. Like, you know, we all descendants of those who came before us.
That's very political. That's very political of you. That's very political of you. That's very political of you. We just talked about politics. Yes.
Hey, you know, we all somebody's little brother, little sister. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
right?
We ain't doing nothing original. None of us doing nothing original. You know, what I mean? we just putting our own spin on it. That's it.
Yeah.
Yo, actually, hey, look, so we played a part of the trailer for the documentary May Lord Watch, and I just got to ask you about one part of that trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, man, what were your thoughts when you saw that video from Doja Cat, man? Okay, when she dropped that on her IG live, it was like, whoa, she's a Little Brother fan. What were your thoughts when you saw that?
I mean, it was crazy. Like, I mean, I didn't see it live. You know, I wasn't following Doja Cat, so I didn't see it live. Somebody brought it to my attention. You know, but the thing about Doja Cat that a lot of people don't know, I know she's this pop, you know, artist at the moment, but she's a real head. You know what I mean? Like, she's a real hip hop head. She know what she's talking about. So, you know, just to see that she was out vibing, you know, taking that day to vibe off of stuff she was feeling, and Little Brother's music happened to be her vibe that day. I mean, it was dope to see, but it was dope for me to see, of course, but it was more dope for fans to see. Like, just because you make one, you know, just because you make a kind of music don't mean you're not knowledgeable about other kinds of music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know, it was
Did your
dope to see
streams
that, and
go
dope
up
for her
though?
to do that.
Did your
I'm pretty
streams
sure
go
they
up that
did.
day and the next day?
I mean,
Okay,
I
so
don't
I
be,
think
I
my
don't watch
kids.
streams personally, you know what I mean? But I see my checks every month, you know, the numbers went up a little bit, you know what I mean? The dollars went up a little bit, you know.
That is truly.
Yeah, I think my kids, when she was live, my kids came down. They told me that she was streaming. I didn't watch, but it was neat to hear.
Yeah, she's a cow. She's a cow. Move.
Yeah, that's the first time I heard of Doja Cat was the Move record. You know what I mean?
I'm a cow.
Yeah,
Move.
I was like, oh,
And
this song funny. She cute. Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
She came in on some funny shit and just like, wow. It was like, oh shit. I was like, she really got some lyrics, man. I listened to her.
She got some real, you know, some good records. You know what I mean? I don't really get into the pop side of Doja, but you know, she got some dope records though.
Right.
Well, back on the documentary, man. What was the major factor in the decision to tell the little brother story through, you know, the upcoming documentary May the Lord Watch?
Wanting to tell our own story. You know, we didn't want to have an unsung, we didn't want to have a behind the music where somebody else get to, you know, kind of dictate what our story is or what it's going to be. We wanted to be the ones that did that. And this is the definitive Little Brother documentary. So all questions people have, you know, hopefully they'll all be answered. And then also for Tay and I, just, you know, we wanted people to really understand how Little Brother works, how it worked and how it works. You know, there's a lot of, you know, we from the old school, we don't talk about a lot of things. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you keep family business in the family, but when you do that, you allow other people to, you know, kind of tell you what's what or assume what's what. And we just wanted to make sure everybody understood, you know, what Little Brother is, what Little Brother been about, what Little Brother currently is about. And like I said, just tell our story and answer a lot of them questions that I'm sure a lot of people have.
So our fan base. Go ahead.
No, well, one of which being the and hold that thought, because I know you about to say something interesting, but one of those questions being the evolution of Little Brother, like including the name and including like you know, your start at North Carolina Central University, if anybody didn't know that, and you know, just you know, I got to big up the school.
Exactly.
Got to
Eagle Pride all day.
Eagle Pride
all day.
But because you know,
I was at 10:40 break. Whatever.
10:40 break. Come on, don't look. Is it too early for a rabbit hole already, man?
No, not yet.
10:40 break.
Save it.
But the genesis and no, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same question. That was the question I had targeted, but I wanted to say without giving away the plot of the upcoming documentary, because
you know you guys are OGs now. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about that evolution and the humble beginnings and stuff for the benefit of the people that don't really know the history of Little Brother, man. And I know you've rehashed this a million times, but do it for our listeners, bro. Do it.
For sure. I mean, we all met in college campus in North Carolina Central University, Durham, NC. And you know, we just met, and you know, we all met under different circumstances, but it eventually all led back to music. You know, all our connections, our initial connections. And so you know, Little Brother didn't start off as Little Brother. You know, Little Brother kind of became a thing, you know what I'm saying, after a certain set of circumstances, you know what I mean? And we just noticed the chemistry we had and we ran with it. And you know, we just started running. Like, it wasn't a lot of conversation, it wasn't a lot of organization, it wasn't a whole lot of things that you should have when you starting off. We were just running. We had this thing that connected us, which was music. We all wanted to be successful, you know, some sort of success, and we just started running. But it all started 1998. I think we all met in 98, if I'm not mistaken. Like, that's when I met Tay and Ninth. That was my freshman year. That's when Ninth and Tay met. which was Tay's sophomore year, and Ninth was coming back. I don't know what year he was, but he was coming back to school because he's a little older than both of us. So
he was in with me. I was at State when we started.
Okay, yeah. So he was coming back to Central after he started at Central, then went to State, and then came back to Central. So it was his return to Central. So we all, like I said, just connected with music, and we just, eventually started running. After a few years, it wasn't immediate. Like we met in '98. Little Brother didn't form until the summer of 2001. So it took a little bit of time.
So yeah, and like with the name Little Brother, because and the reason I kind of wanted you to go into that is because I was listening to you on Skills on the show that you did with Skills.
Okay.
And you were talking about how you've had your OG card stamped. Like I joke about that, a lot with my people here. I've had my OG card stamped by some young bulls. You know what I'm saying? I let it ride, but you guys are kind of considered OGs in the game to a lot of new musicians and whatnot, right? So the name Little Brother, you once were Little Brother when y'all came out, but again now y'all are like statesmen in the business. So talk about that, man.
Elder
statesmen. I mean, we still Little Brother, to the OGs, to the ones that came before us.
Right.
And that was us. I mean, to be honest, the name kind of just sounded cool, bro. Like we didn't, we gave a definition to the name after.
Right.
Like it was one of those.
So
things,
it wasn't
like,
anything deep originally. Okay.
Nah, it was just like real talk. We had a whole bunch of group names on a piece of paper, and it was like which one would look the best. Like if you go pick up a record and you didn't know what genre of music, we didn't want people to assume what genre of music they were picking up if they picked up a Little Brother record, and that was the point of the name. And so from there, then of course, we put some meaning behind it, and it was us, walking in the shadows of at the time of our big brothers in music, and that was the Tribes, the Daylights, the Ghetto Boys, the the Outcasts, the Wu-Tangs, just all those different groups and artists. And so now to be 21 years in, how many long it is, and to have the cats that came after us, that looked up to us, that listened to us, that grew up listening to us. Like it's so crazy. I manage an artist, and of course he listened to us, and he signed to J. Cole, who used to listen to us, and I'm in these rooms, with these bigger artists or these execs, and they all fans. You know what I mean? Like, yo, who grew up listening to you, and this, it's like, yo, it's flattering, but it's weird. Like, power dynamic. You know what I mean? Like I'm big homie, but I ain't got the big homie power in this room right now. You know what I mean? So
balance.
It'd be weird in that respect, but nah, it's dope, man. Like, and it's something that it took me a little while to embrace. I remember Ice Cube when they was doing hip hop honors on VH1, and they wanted to honor Ice Cube, and Ice Cube was reluctant because Ice Cube's like, yo, I ain't done yet, and that's kind of when you start getting the big homie, the OG tag and the Unk tag and all that, that used to be a stigma for you done. Put them out the pasture. So I gotta thank Snoop for making that look cool. You know what I mean? Uncle Snoop.
Right.
But I just started to embrace it, man. And now, it's a source of pride for me because there's a lot of artists that don't make it 20 years. There's a lot of artists that don't make it 2 years, let alone 20. So to still be here, next year celebrating, our first album being 20 years old, man, that's a blessing, and it's something I don't take for granted. So, bring on the OGs, the unks, the big homies, the legends, whatever you want to call it, as long as you calling me. You know what I mean? I'm here to pick the phone up.
I'll be whatever. And now there's been a surgence of give people their flowers now. We've lost so many. We've been through, I think
absolutely
the pandemic made us a little more soft and squishy, and that's a good thing about appreciating shit now as opposed to waiting till it's gone. So yeah, you're right. You just struck the iron while it's hot.
Hey, Tico, I just want to get this in real quick. Yo, Pooh, do you remember any of those other names that was on that list?
I remember two.
Okay.
And one of them was Round Midnight. And that was a name because that's typically when we started, was Round Midnight. You know, Tay and I are night owls. Well, he's not so much a night owl now as he used to be, but we work late. You know what I mean? Like, even when we recorded Made a Little Watch, like our sessions would start at like 10 o'clock, and we don't come in and go straight to work. Like, it started off with talking, listening to other music, maybe, you know, laughing about some stuff online, and we literally wouldn't start till around 1 o'clock in the morning. So that was one, and then the other one was just some crazy, wild out, better for a punk band name, and it was Flea Market Mannequins.
Lord, thank you.
That was the other name on there. So,
hey, yo, Rob, you heard that new Flea Market Mannequins? That shit
I didn't hear it, yo. I don't know what you're talking about. I had to listen to it. Nah, bro.
I would have bought it. I would have bought it. I would have bought it. I would have bought it.
Tika would have been the first one buying it.
I would have bought it. I would have bought it. But you had to have some funky ass artwork on it. It had to look like some old fucking damn like 1970s shit on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah.
Like the thing about it is, right, like even when you're talking about branding and things of that nature, even now, you know what I mean? Like for rap, hip hop, you know, whatever you want to classify it as, when you go look at the demographics of those who spend the most money, it's not us, it's not black people.
That's right.
It's not women, it's young white people. They have disposable income. Like those are the people who buying up all the merch and the concert tickets and the, you know, actually buying the albums, not just streaming it. So you know, so something like Flea Market Mannequins would have worked for them because they'd have been it's too late by then.
Right.
You know, paid for it. You know, plus also for the young ones that's watching, back when we were starting, there was no streaming. There was no, you know, go buy a record off iTunes. You had to actually go into a store and purchase a physical copy, a CD, a tape. I don't think tapes was really around then, but a CD at that time. So it was a lot different. So when Tico say, yo, if the artwork was funky, you know, you would have got me. And that was the whole point of us even going with the name we went with, was because it didn't say anything we did. You know what I mean? Like, it was just, who's this group, Little Brother, and what do they do? And, you know, now it's tougher to get away with something like that, but you could have got away with that in, you know, 2003. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, 2003 and before, you could have got away with that easy.
Shit, Pooh, everybody little right now. Shit. I mean, you know, I always thought about that, like when people got older, their names, like New Edition, like they're old now, so there's not new. There's not that edition's not new anymore. You know, should you change the name to Rare Edition, or is there? You know what I'm saying? Some. You know, I just think things like this, like ABC. You know what I'm saying? ABC. You know what I'm saying? That's the beginning of the alphabets, but they could have, you know what I'm saying, graduated early, you know what I'm saying, to ELA. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Live on the air.
No, I mean, that's real. Like, I mean, you look at it like it's, like I just saw before we got on, I just saw was it Young Blue? He's no longer going by Young Blue. It's just gonna be Blue. You know what I mean? Like, so what he's saying, like, it may be like funny, but it's real. Like,
Lil Bow Wow is Chad now.
Yeah, he's just Chad. Like, Young Jeezy just went to Jeezy. You know what I mean? So that is something that people, they don't think about it initially, but then they start thinking about as time go on, and they start dropping the little or the young or the whatever. That's why
you don't think about getting old when you're young. So
you definitely. That's why we were never Lil Brother. We were Little Brother.
Little.
Right.
Lil.
From this point, hence, I shall now be known as simply the Actual. Thank you very much. Thank you. You can drop the Rob.
Don't start. Don't
drop
start.
the Rob.
That's your name.
No,
Rob is your name.
You know,
It's
that's on your birth. That's on your birth certificate, man.
He taking it
Correct.
off, man. He taking it off.
Correct.
No,
I'm with you.
gonna
I'm
change
with
my
you.
name in the court system to just the actual. Thank you very much. Just playing.
I'm loving it.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, man, who you
now-
pumping in? Who you pumping right now, man? Who you pumping? Who you pumping in your? Who you listening to right now?
Nobody really, man. I'm finishing up this solo album, so when I'm in album mode, I really don't,
No
I try not to
distractions.
listen to a lot of music. If
dig
anything, it's just older. It's older music. It's stuff that
Right.
been out for a while, and that's typically at the beginning of the album process for me, because that's me, just trying to figure out where I want to be at. And I got this thing where I always listen to before I start any project, I always listen to AT Aliens, Death Certificate, and those are two albums I always listen to before I start any project. Just me going through, picking through the albums and trying to figure out why them albums are so damn good. Like what about those albums really resonated with me or really evoked a certain emotion in me that makes me want to keep coming back to them. And Marvin Gaye's Here My Dear as well. That's one of them.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
That
so-
is something that you're talking about is what drew me to Little Brother. The feeling that you get. What was I looking
Yep.
at? Somebody was talking about Primo was live yesterday on Twitch. I'm on Twitch all day. And he was just playing songs that he produced, some of his favorite songs that he produced, and like telling little stories behind them or whatever, playing snippets about this part and that part, and I did this with this part. But one of his overwhelming themes was, even though I produced this, it's about how this music makes me feel. Yes,
Absolutely.
lyrics are dope. Yes, the music is dope. And you can have those together. You can have them separately. They're very special artists that invoke feelings from their music. Like even,
Absolutely.
like this, not even this shit is funky, like feelings, like visceral reactions to their music. And AT Aliens is one of mine. Definitely Hear My Dear is one of mine. I definitely agree with you on that. How do you pick your artist? Is that part of your equation?
Yeah. I mean, I really don't pick them. They pick me.
Mhm.
I have people hitting me every day, wanting me to work with them, wanting me to manage them, wanting me to co-sign them, whatever it is. It's people hitting me all day, and it's a feeling. Like, I don't listen to everybody. The people who I end up listening to either was a gut feeling that I think this is going to be something worth listening to, or they were brought to me by trusted ears. And so once I listen to it, I have to be moved in a certain way. It's not about money. I can go out and make my own money, but it's just I have to be moved by the art that they're creating. And that's what happened the first time I heard Luke. That's what happened the first time I heard my guy Black Soul. That's what happened the first time I heard my guy T Smith from Alabama. And that's the first time I heard this new young kid I'm working with named Traymar out of Charlotte. So it was just I heard him and I heard something. I didn't hear finished products, but I heard something, and it was something worth investing. I felt worth investing my time in my resources and my skill set in, and that's kind of how I end up. Like, and it's a lot of dope people out there. You know what I mean? It's dope people out here, but everybody ain't for me. You know what I mean? And it's not the type of music you're making. I think that's a big misconception. Let's clear that up. It don't matter what type of music you're making for me. Like, I listen to all type of music. So I don't want artists that make music like Little Brother. Well, I don't think you can make music like Little Brother, but I don't want an artist that I feel is going to be another version or a knockoff version of what I am, what I already am. You know what I mean? Like, I want somebody who I think has the potential to do way more than what we've ever done in this industry. So, that's what I look for. I just look for them voices. I look for them feels. And, I argue with, one of my main engineers every day. He be arguing technical aspects and I be arguing feel. Like, man, people ain't gonna know the difference between a C and a C sharp, my nigga. Like, You know what I mean? Like, you know how many people singing off key? Why you think all this auto tune popping? Like, they want to feel something. You know what I mean? So that's for me. Phil is heavy. It's heavy, and you know, you got to have some talent, obviously, but I'm heavy in the field category.
How hard is it to switch gears from artist mode to manager mode?
It used to be tough. You know, it's like I got little anecdotes for everything. It's like Magic Johnson, right? When he stopped playing, not the first time, but the second time when he stopped playing, and he went to the sidelines and started trying to coach. And he didn't last long as coach. He quit. And they asked him, like, yo, why you quit? And he said, yo, I can't do it. I can't affect the game the same way. I see things that a player may not see, but I can't go in there and do nothing about it. All I can do is tell them. So that was the thing when I first started was, you know, you could tell somebody something all day, but they have to see it. You can't be the only one that see it. Yeah, somebody in the comments, Jerry West, the same thing. Like you can't be the only one that see it. They have to see it as well. And not only see it, but they have to, you know, have the trust in you that the way you're telling them to correct this thing or to fix this thing is the correct way to go. And that was tough in the beginning. But what I had to learn how to do was step back and not be, I didn't want to be a hoverer, you know what I mean? I didn't want to be over their shoulder. And so like when Luke went in to record his album, I didn't come in to really start putting my touch on it until after he had flushed out all his ideas. I stayed out the way. I didn't go to the recording sessions. I would talk to his producer and I would relay certain things to him, and then I let them talk that out. You know what I mean? Or once he was like, yo, I'm done with this. I've done all I could do with this. Then I'll come in and make suggestions and you know, help make edits or whatever. But I stayed out the way, and I learned, for me, that's what worked best. I just stay out the way. I let you get it to the point where you think you were done, and then I come in and show you what done really is. And that's kind of how I had to learn how to work in order to not frustrate myself, because that shit's frustrating, man. Like,
well, you're an artist, right? And you're used to being right where he is, and
I
you want to take the hand
and I'm not
like
an out of date artist
parenting.
at that. Like,
Right,
I can, you know, I can still get in there and bang with the big boys. So
yeah,
it's a little different, you know. Be like, yo, I'm still in prime shape, you know what I mean? And but you got to sit back and you got to allow them, because what it is, what we forget is, you know, I've been where they've been, right? I've experienced that time in my life where they are, and I process things faster than a lot of younger guys. And you can quickly forget that yo, you're not looking at things through the same lens as this person who's 10, 12 years younger than you is. So you got to take that step back to realize, like, yo, they got to go through this. They have to learn. They have to figure this out just like you had to figure it out. Now, they don't have to, you know, they have somebody here with experience and with knowledge that can help them, but they don't have to figure it out on their own. Right. And that was what I had to learn, was like, yo, step back and let them, you know, they're going to bump their head sometime. They're going to trip up sometime. They're going to, you know, run into a wall sometime. But that's when you step in and say, hey, man, you ain't got to keep banging your head up against that wall. Let me show you another route. And once I figured that part out, it became a lot, you know, different. Like, it became a little more seamless with how I work with the younger guys.
Yeah. So I one Wednesday night I stumbled upon your interview with Skills, and Tico and I were going somewhere, and I listened to it in the car, and I was just laughing so hard that entire interview. The story you tell, and I'm not going to give it away. I'm going to have people go look it up. It's called what is it?
Hip Hop Confessions.
Hip Hop Confessions. Great concept by Skills. So you tell these stories about Kanye prior and during around the college dropout. Did you watch Genius?
I only watched the first episode.
You did?
Yeah, I couldn't continue watching it for several different reasons. Like, for me, it was just like, when I watch something, a documentary specifically, I like to see, you know, you're getting that stock footage, you know what I mean? So that's good. You want that because that's thoughts then, right? But I'm a person, I want to know, okay, that's your thoughts then. I want to know what your thoughts are now. You know what I mean? Like, how do you, as you look at this, now that you're in a different position in your career, in your life, what do you think of this now? You know what I mean? Like, how do you see yourself now? You know what I mean? Like, would you go about this the same way, or would you not even necessarily that? Would you tell another artist or a younger artist to go about this the same way? So just that perspective, you know, when perspective change, I want to know what, you know, how that changes in a person.
So there's not a lot of introspection at all from Kanye himself. It is all Cootie, right?
It's all Cootie, you know what I mean?
But I was interested to know, had you watched it, because after the second episode, you're like, how the hell are they going to get from College Dropout all the way to now in one episode? And he does it very well. And it does lend a lot of insight. And he had much stronger but very similar experiences to what you explained in that story. So when you have the stomach to do it, go back and watch that. Go back and watch that third episode. I'd be interested on your thoughts, because it speaks a lot to that experience, the stories you told about him on Hip Hop Confessions.
I'm pretty sure it has
thoughts on it. Yeah,
I'm pretty, like, because the thing about, you know, Kanye, or, you know, even people like Kanye, is that they're very cognizant of a lot of things. Like, you may not think they are, but I've had moments with him where, you know, he would act a certain way, but then when we're in private, it's different. And you like, hold up, which guy is the real guy, or who am I really talking to? So I, you know, eventually I am going to see that, you know, the rest of the genius, but I definitely understand what you're talking about, because I've seen it. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen it in person. You know, the many different versions, I'll say, of Kanye, and sometimes you got to do that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm like, real talk. Like, I'm on here, I'm talkative, I'm smart. Man, when this thing go off and I turn these ring lights and things out, man, I'm finna be chilling. Like, I don't talk to people, man. I don't like leaving my house, man. Like, it's, you know, it's different. You know, I gotta be you know, more what is it, extroverted version of myself, you know, to do what I do when I'm really an introverted person. So you know,
I mean,
so
we all have that. My kids sent
absolutely.
me video. We all have some sort of duality, right? Whether it's between us and our family members when we're by ourselves or at work. My kid sent me some Instagram video today that was a mom sitting drinking coffee at her computer, listening to trap music, just bang, bang, blah, all kind of curse word, blah, blah, blah. And then the Zoom comes on and she's like, hi, do you have that TPS report ready for me?
Absolutely.
They're always like, oh, mom's got her work voice on.
The code switch.
Everybody has,
got a code
has
switch.
that duality.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
his is super crafted and super extreme though. So yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yo, so check out. We dropped a link to the Hip Hop Confessions episode with rapper Pooh in the comments. It's also on YouTube. And speaking of YouTube, shout out to Mike G from the legendary Jungle Brothers watching us on YouTube.
Absolutely.
What's up, Mike?
What's up,
Mike G, what up, baby?
Mike G in the building.
Yo, Pooh. I'm not gonna tell the story, but I can. All I know is I've been in the back in that shower room before too. So, yeah.
My fingers itching.
Stop it.
What?
Key, don't do it. Key, don't do it.
I don't even know where it's going.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know where it's going.
Yeah.
Be afraid. Be
That's
very
what you got to do.
Okay. Here we go. Because I must say that I did listen to the Black Star album today, the first album in 24 years. And we're gonna have to listen again. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But that brings me to the next question: is when, in your anticipation of May the Lord Watch dropping, what were your, I mean, of course your feelings were, this is our art, we love it, we put out the best possible product. And I've seen all your interviews and live streams of talking about the culmination of this project. But the feelings behind, like, what reception did you expect? Did you expect the reception that it got?
We didn't know, you know, like, you know, we had absolutely no idea. It was just us, as always, just believing, a strong belief in you know, what we had. You know, we thought that we had an amazing product, you know, amazing. We created amazing music. We put our heart on, you know, every line we wrote. You know, we did that whole album together, wrote it in the same room, recorded in the same room. I basically moved in with Tay part-time, Tay and his family. You know, driving up to Raleigh and just, you know, setting up shop in his guest room. But, you know, I mean, we had no idea, you know what I mean? Like, we was gone for 9 years at that point. And, you know, you have people online and they, yo, man, we need, but it's like, you know, I used to always say, like, yeah, I hear y'all, but where was y'all at when we was putting records out before, you know, we stopped, when we broke up? You know what I mean? Like, you know, we ain't got no gold records. You know what I mean? Like, you know, my plaques, you know, I got my first little brother plaque for Made a Little Watch. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, it's one of them things where you just don't know. You know what I mean? And you never know. Every time, you know, whether you release some projects every year, every 5 years, every 10 years, it's like you're jumping off that cliff for the first time every time. And, you know, you just have more confidence in, you know, what you're doing in yourself as time goes on. So, like I said, we had no idea what the reception was going to be. And, you know, we appreciated everybody who listened to the album, bought the album, came to the shows. You know, we had no idea what that was going to be. You know what I mean? Like, doing shows that weren't festivals, you know, doing those, going into those cities for the first time in, you know, 9-10 years. We had no idea what that was going to look like because our audience has changed. You know, we, at the time, you know, I'm 40 years old. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not 30, I'm 40. And our audience is 40 plus. And they got kids, and they got jobs, and they got things that they soccer practice, karate,
grandkids.
You know, some got grandkids. So you got all these different life changes, and, you know, to come into a city and put 800, 1,000 into a building on a, you know, a Thursday night or Friday night, that's major for us. You know what I mean? And we don't take none of that for granted. So I was excited. I was appreciative. And it let us know that the love was still there. And, you know, we knew we had an audience. We just didn't know what that audience looked like, you know, on the return. And to see that it was still intact, in some ways stronger than it ever been, man, that was a blessing. That was a blessing.
That's what's up. And you were talking about plaques earlier. Speaking of plaques,
we have
something to show you, bro. We got something for you.
We have something for you. Somehow,
okay.
We have this. Don't ask how. Okay. We didn't steal it, but it's yours.
Okay.
It belongs to you.
Yeah,
it does.
Yes, it does.
And it says, Big Pooh, little brother, awarded from the core DJs worldwide for your years of contribution in moving the Carolina music scene forward.
Oh shit!
We got your plaque, homie.
We got your plaque, bro.
Yo, that's big, man. That's big.
Look, you just said
that's big.
I ain't got no plaques. Look, it's a whole plaque.
That's big, man. Like, yo, man, that's big.
We'll definitely. Rob will be traveling to Charlotte. You're in Charlotte, right?
Yeah, I'm in Charlotte. I'm down in Charlotte.
All right, yeah, we'll get it.
Drop your location, but
yeah.
Hey, we'll get it to
I'm gonna hang it on my wall. I have like a hip hop wall over here. I'm just gonna hang it on the hip hop wall until Rob comes again. I'll make sure I dust it off before you get it.
Nah, we gonna get my man his plaque. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, right here on S2T, we got you a plaque, brother.
Hey, look, man, I'm forever appreciative, man. Like I told somebody when I got the little brother plaque for going #1 on Apple, all the Apple Music, all genres. I didn't know how rare a feat that was until I was told I'd get a plaque for it. But when that happened for us, that was 2019, and that was the first plaque I ever received in my career. And then the next year, I received a plaque, management, a platinum plaque for Revenge of the Dreamers 3. I managed Loot and he, on that album. And so for me, I put on, when I put the plaques up on IG, and I was like, yo, I'm probably more proud of these now at the time, year 19, than I would have been when I first started, because I understand and appreciate what it means more now than
that's
then.
ancient wisdom. That's ancient wisdom.
And this is it's an example of perseverance. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people would have quit because they weren't getting them accolades, that, if they see a whole bunch of other people getting it, and oh man, I'm not getting, the plaques, or I'm not getting Grammy nominated or whatever. And that would have discouraged them, but it never discouraged me. Like, because I didn't get into it for the accolades, but to receive those accolades, man, it just lets you know that all types of people are watching. And, if you put your head down and do the work, you're going to get whatever's supposed to come to you, you're going to get it.
That's what's up.
But
And
y'all
big shout out to the
fan
homie. Big shout out to the homie DY Fireman. What's up, homie? Big shout, big shout.
Good luck on that. All right, look, Pooh, I follow you on Twitter, and I've been following you on Twitter for years. Okay, so
right.
I know you an NBA head. Okay, so
absolutely.
So I got I got to go off the board, and I got to go jump on the court. Okay,
just don't tell me no scores from tonight, because I'm taping.
I ain't got my TV on. I ain't got my TV on, nothing. Okay, so I ain't gonna give you any spoilers.
We taping again.
But
damn, Embiid hurt, man.
Hey, but I do gotta ask. Okay, second round in the NBA playoffs, man. What are your thoughts so far, especially with this final 8 matchup?
Paul, you petty as hell for that too.
Yeah, Paul's so petty. So he's so petty
as fuck.
Man, Knicks.
Shut up, Paul.
Knicks ain't been in the playoffs since I had no hair.
Pooh, look behind me. Don't start.
I see it.
Don't start.
I mean, I'm no better. I'm a Wizards fan, so we watching the playoffs.
We kinfolk. Please.
Even I know that.
Now I'm interested in a few series. I'm interested in all of them for the most part. Like the Celtics the Celtics Milwaukee series. Just how Boston beat up on Kevin Durant in the first series. That's not going to work with Giannis.
That was beautiful.
Yeah. It's just not going to work with Giannis in Milwaukee. You know what I mean? They're a physical team, so that's a nice physical, feel like 1990s basketball. Golden State, Memphis. I'm a Memphis fan. That's my Western Conference team. I adopted them this year. Go Grizz. So just watching Golden State, the OGs at this point, they had the dynasty run, and they're taking on the young bucks, the up and comers, the young team, the young feisty squad. So just seeing, the Grizz is getting the education in playoff basketball this series. So that's always intriguing. Watching Miami and Sixers, that'll be interesting once Embiid get back. I other than that, I really don't. Miami, they play hard, they play the same way, and it gets boring after a while. Like, not that they're not highly competitive and they're not good. Obviously, they are, but watching teams come out and play hard every night the same way and play basketball the right way, man, that's boring. So, I'll watch that series when Embiid comes back, if he comes back. Interested to see the Suns if they're gonna get back to the finals. Now that they've been the number one seed, they've been running away with the number one seed since the season started. So to see if that continues all the way to the finals, definitely interested. I mean, because they're a great team. Play defense, score, everything you need, they do it. And what's the other series? Am I missing one? Or did I get them all? I think I got them.
No, you got them all. You got them all. And it's funny that you mentioned Memphis, okay? Because Ja Morant, I mean, straight up truth, okay?
They ball.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I gotta tell you one thing, okay? His pops is wild as a motherfucker, man.
Hey, look,
pops
man,
is wild.
hey, T Morant, man, listen, T Morant, he give you what you want over there. You know, he's sitting with Yo Gotti and Moneybag Yo on the base on the sideline, and you know him and Carl Anthony Towns pops was going, you know, bar for bar in round one. But I like it, man. It's exciting, man. I you know, this is the thing for me. You could even add LeVar Ball in this, right? To an extent. But I enjoy seeing these black fathers out there with their sons, man.
Absolutely.
Like, you know, we be down on black fathers who's absent and you know don't raise their sons or daughters the right way, and we trash them when we talk down on them. But when we see black fathers and their kids' lives, and they're they're supporting them, and man, like you gotta praise that, man. No matter what, if we think it's overbearing or not, that's not for us to decide. That's for that child to decide.
Right.
I just applaud that these black fathers are there, man, and they're there and they're supporting their kids and they're having a ball with it. And man, do it, live it up, man. Like it's exciting for me. I want to see T Morant. He need him a show. You know what I mean? Like now it's not going to be on network television. I'm pretty sure.
Nope.
But he need him a show, man. Like I pay money for that. So but I just I enjoy seeing it, man. It's dope to see, because we wouldn't be complaining. They do it differently, but we wouldn't be complaining, when white players and their fathers are out there, cheering on their sons, So I'm cheering for the black pops. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Y'all need to enlist Pooh in the sports show.
Oh yeah, no doubt. If you got time.
I know more sports than I know music. I can tell you that any day of the week. Any day.
Well, I got a music question that I want to ask everybody. That means everybody in the comments. If you're watching live on Facebook, YouTube, on all the streaming platforms, I want to ask the panel here, and I want to ask Pooh himself. Like I said, if you're in the comments, drop it in the comments. What is your favorite Little Brother song? And go.
Oh, can I start?
Go ahead.
Look, Flat Out still lives through from the minstrel show. Okay, it is mainly Pooh is mainly because of your verse, man. The way you started that off. I mean, come on, imagine if this was the last rhyme I ever wrote, the last word that I ever spoke. I'm gonna keep serving them because it's somebody out there that's never even heard of them. Of all the songs I've been murdering, man. Look, dude, I'm just saying, okay. It was that verse that made that my favorite song on the minstrel show, period. Okay. And it was because of this verse that at that point, from that moment, I wasn't taking no Pooh hate. Okay, when you know what I'm talking about, Pooh. When cats was like, "Yo, you mean the other guy? And Little Brother."
And y'all joked about that on the minstrel show in the skit too.
Absolutely.
Exactly. I wasn't putting up with it, especially after that verse, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Pooh that motherfucker, and that's what I've been saying since then. What?
Can I go now?
Yeah, go ahead.
She did talk a lot. Didn't he talk a lot? He rapped the whole verse.
Drop them in the comments. What's your favorite Little Brother? So it's I'm gonna have to recall the minstrel show too, man, because classic. First of all, that album is in my top 10 of all times permanently. No debate. Top 10 of all time albums. All for You, bro. That verse you dropped damn near made a nigga shed a thug tear. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
That nigga cried. Don't.
I didn't cry. I damn near did though.
Don't fall for that thug tear shit. You cried, okay?
Don't try to put your Nas story on him. Cut it out.
That shit, bro. Yeah, exactly. So Pooh, in a side, Perry cried listening to Illmatic. He and I were riding to Greensboro. back in '94. And what song was it? The World Is Yours?
We were in '94. We had a dub of it. We had a dub of the album. The album hadn't even dropped yet. By the time when we got to The World Is Yours, the minute I heard Pete Rock and them, and them, and that piano, and the minute he started spitting, by the end of the first verse, I was in tears.
I'm driving, bro, and he got quiet because we was talking the whole time, like, talking about, damn, this album was dope as hell. This nigga got quiet. I looked up, what's wrong? P, you all right, bro? P, this nigga crying, bro. He crying. He crying.
Tears. Those were thug tears.
But all
they were real tears.
All for you, man. That verse that you dropped, man, it was like you guys like really tapped into like a lot of like emotional stuff in that album, man. Like, going through stuff, like real life shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was. It's almost like I liken the storytelling abilities of like rappers from way back, like Melly Mel. Like he wrote such clear shit, like you could like really see it and you could feel it. So it was that song, and then off the Little Brother, like the album part, but like what's that song on the DJ Drama joint? Let It Go.
Let It Go.
That's my shit. You went off on that one too. You went off on that shit, bro. So yeah, that's my. And then that actually is one of my favorite Ninth beats. And I saw Ninth at Homecoming one year at Central. And I said, bro, that's one of your hardest beats. And he was like, really? I said, yeah, nigga, that's one of my favorite beats. I mean,
we actually recorded that song while we was mixing the Mystery Show. That's the
wow.
Yeah, most Def had came through, and we was just in there politicking. He was like, "Yo, man, let's do a record," and we just ended up doing that record that night. Like we stopped the mixing session and did that record. So, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Good clothes. That's mine.
I didn't even want to do that song. Yeah, I mean the beat was cool. And I was like, I don't know. And then Tay, he already had a concept and the idea, and he had the way we was gonna rhyme, like and everything.
Take your clothes off, Nick. Hold on.
And I was like, yo, I'll try it, but I ain't sure. And once we did it, it was undeniable. That was one of them records where I didn't have faith in it when I just heard the beat, but once we started recording it, I was like, this kind of undeniable. Like this definitely going. So. That's
I heard an interview years ago with Sheryl Crow, and she hates All I Want to Do is have some fun. She hated singing it.
I bet you she does.
She hated it, but it's like one of her biggest songs. So here's the thing about me. You seen that survey going around with what's your favorite this and favorite that? Like I probably could answer maybe half of those because I don't have favorites. It's all about like how I feel in that moment. I'm all about feelings. So today, my favorite Little Brother songs. Good Morning Sunshine. That one hit me hard. I love that song.
Yes,
I love how you guys talk about relationships and because I'm a girl, and my other one is loving it. Like anywhere, anytime, any day, I hear that song, I'm stopping and I'm transported back to when I first heard it, but also it just gives me good ass feels, yo. Good ass feels.
Nice.
That's today, right now, while we're doing straight to tape.
My favorite Little Brother song is Good Morning Sunshine.
There it is.
That's like from the way we were rhyming to the hook to the composition of the beat. That's probably that's my one. That's Good Morning Sunshine was my idea. Okay, Dunny. Good Morning Sunshine.
We knew that was coming.
We knew that was coming. We knew that was coming. Okay.
Yeah, we knew.
That's probably my favorite. My favorite Little Brother song.
Guy.
Hey, you know something? Pooh. I'm glad we have you here. Okay. All right. Because
17,000 names.
We have this friend of the show. Long-time friend of the show. We call him the man of 1,000 hip-hop monikers, okay? Donovan Duval, the rapper formerly known as Sean Don, Finn the DJ. You know him, Finney and San Omer. Okay,
Yeah,
please, please do us a favor. Please do us a favor. Please do us a favor. Okay, please share us that one story that he might not want you to share, but it's funny.
Nah, I ain't gonna do that. We got a lot. we got stories that's for the backyard only. You know what I mean?
Okay, we got backyards, motherfucker.
We don't.
And I cook good too. Too. Let's go
listen,
we got backyards.
Listen, man, that's my brother, man. Like we've known each other. We've known each other since 1998 or early 99. You know, and the crazy thing when I first met him, so for those that don't know, at Central, I don't even know if they still do it this way now, but we had the NCCU net, what is it called? It was the radio station, the school radio station, not the one that was on the FM dial, but the one that you could only get on the closed circuit television on the cable in the dorm rooms. And it was a radio station for students. And like I had like 3 shows on there that I used to do. And Sean Don, Audio Net. There you go, Audio Net. And Sean Don had a show. And when I first started hearing him, I was like, yo, who is this loud, big, brassy, bassy voice dude yelling on the TV? And he's so brash. And when I was like, yo, I gotta meet this dude. And I swear I thought he was gonna be about 6'4", 240. And when this 5'6", 110 pounds wet dude came out, I was like, he's like, yo, what's up? I'm Sean Don. I was like, nigga, what? Like, you're who? But that was the first time I ever met him, man. But nah, that's been my brother since then, man. And you know, a lot of people don't know, like Sean Don really in 2011 when I was working on Dirty Pretty Things. Sean Don was in the studio with me every session, every day. He actually recorded most, if not all, of that album. He helped me write on that album, and he's really one of the people who helped me turn around, in my opinion, or really start bringing to life my writing. He helped me a lot with my writing and helped me get to another level. And to this day, you know, even as I'm working on my album now, he gets demos. Like I'd be sending him voice memos at 4:30 in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. Like, yo, listen to this. Tell me what you think. Yo, what you think of this? Yo, should I keep going on this? Because he's one of them people where I trust his opinion. And not only do I trust his opinion, and I trust that he's going to be honest with me about my writing or the direction I'm going, but he also understands, you know, where I'm going. So it's not a thing of where he just hears what I sent him and that's all. He just knows what he hears. He has an idea of how my mind is working and where I'm trying to go with it. So he can help me sometimes push it forward or help me reset it or help me re-edit or readjust. And he still does that for me to this day, man. So I owe a lot to my brother Sean Don, just on the music tip and the writing tip.
Yeah, that's definitely the homie, and he sounds great to this day. The last time he was on the show, he came on sounding better than anybody that's ever been on Straight to Tape audio wise, including us.
It's gonna be clean. Yeah, it's gonna be clean.
I've been adjusting my damn mic settings since. When was the last? That was like 3-4 months ago.
So when we did the Woo conversation,
Bastard.
okay, which Pooh, if you ever get a chance to see the Woo conversation, you have to watch the Woo conversation. I did this beautiful picture of him and the dude that plays Ghostface on the Woo on the Woo show. Yep, we had them side by side because your boy needs to get a paternity test, man, for real.
Nigga sounds great. He sounds fantastic.
He said this dude is your son.
Yeah, he sounds great, and I'm pretty sure he had all the lights, the 3-point light,
Yep.
and all that. Like,
Yep.
hey, listen, listen.
Yep.
I know my brother. He got it all. He got all the equipment over there.
Come on, our show and show out.
Whole time I'm like, what the fuck kind of mic? I'm looking at the mic, not halfway paying attention to what he said. What the hell is he using over there? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my man right there. That's the homie. That's the homie for real.
All right, but you mentioned new.
Okay,
look,
calm
you
down,
mentioned.
nigga.
Look, you mentioned new material. Okay. What should we expect? What should we expect new album wise from Rapper Pooh?
The new album To Dream in Color. Hopefully it'll be coming into July, top of August. And it's basically an audio biography, man. It's me really detailing my journey, some stories in my journey to go from me starting to me now. And it's just the trials and tribulations of that journey. As artists, a lot of us don't talk about the valleys. We only want to talk about the peaks, but I think it's important to give a complete picture. And I think at this point in my career, I just want people to have a full picture of who I am, as a person and as an artist. And I think this album is gonna give you that. Like, every song has a theme. The first single will be out on May 17th. It's called LS400. And I seen somebody when I put it up, and it's not an LS400 in the artwork. It's other Lexuses, but it's not an LS400. But and I told him, I was like, listen, the song is not really about the car. Yes, it's about the car, but it's not about the car. The theme for that song is confidence, and or lack thereof confidence. And it's about how I placed my confidence in material possessions when I was younger, and I didn't understand. It took me some growth and maturity as a man to understand, like, I had to be willing to be who I am and stand on who I am, and no material possessions could get me what was meant for me. And I started to see a lot of things in my world change and open up once I started to really step into who I really was. I'm not a material guy. I don't wear jewelry. I don't really care about name brand clothes. Like, none of that stuff really matters to me. And so once I started really embracing who I was and understanding who I was, that's when the blessings started flowing. And so that's kind of what this album is. Like, every song has a theme. Every song has layers to it. But it's gonna be dope rhymes, it's gonna be dope beats, it's gonna be all of that. But it's a lot of vegetables in this meal that I'm about to serve to the people. Fresh organic vegetables that I'm about to serve to the people. So the first single, like I said, LS400. Shout out to Noni and his pops down on 55. That's where I bought my first car. That's, if you notice in the artwork for LS400, it's actually their dealership that they still have. Like, I took the picture like 6 months ago and went down there. They remember me and everything, but I took a picture of that joint. My man Gustavo Soto, he ended up making it look like a piece of art. But yeah, it's produced by Drugs Beats and the Mercenaries out of Durham, NC, and it's gonna be dope, man. It's
that's why you got this plaque right here.
Hey,
exactly.
I try to, me and Drugs, we had talked about getting something in for a minute. That was actually a point in time. Just the sound direction to the album ended up changing, but we had him slated for the Little Brother album when we was working on Made a Little Watch, but the sound of the album took a little change, and what we had from him, although it was dope, it just didn't fit. So when this time came around, so this album doesn't have samples on it, right? But I'm a feel guy. We talked about that earlier. I still wanted to feel like it had samples. So Drugs sent me a joint him and the Mercenaries did. I had a sample, and I hit him. I said, look, man, this shit dope. I want to use it, but I'm not using samples, so I can get my peoples to replay it, or you can take a shot. And he was like, yo, if your people dope, then okay, but I like to take a shot. I said, go ahead. like 24, 48 hours later, man, they sent me back the piece, and it was better than it was with the sample in it.
Oh, wow.
And you can't tell that it don't have a sample in it now.
Wow,
you know what I'm saying? So I think people really gonna love it. They're gonna feel it. You know, I know when people normally say no samples, they think of the Tinky Tink, you know, Casio keyboard shit. This ain't that. You know what I'm saying? It's real heavy. It's real warm. It's gonna sound real good on vinyl. I'm not doing vinyl. But it's gonna sound good on vinyl. You know what I mean? It's gonna sound good on CD. I might do those. You know, it takes too long to get vinyl now. It take like 8 months to a year to get vinyl. So I'm not even wasting my time with that. But yeah, so I think, you know, it's gonna be, I don't think it's gonna be too much of a departure sonically from what people are accustomed to at this point. But I just think it's gonna be real dope, and I can't wait for everybody to hear it and finally, you know, lay their ears on something that I've been working on for about a year now. And To Dream in Color coming soon, and LS400 to be out May 17th, man. Make sure y'all go peep it, check it, hit me up. Let me know what y'all think of it when y'all hear it.
That is amazing. And Tico just wrote down a vinyl press machine on his list of things to buy.
Yeah. I just buy random shit. You know what I'm saying?
The vinyl press machine ain't gonna be the problem. It's gonna be the lacquer.
Yep.
It's gonna be the lacquer. See, it was on.
Well, let me tell you something, Pooh. Let me tell you how I roll, son. You know what I mean? I might be this clean cut old man, but you know what I'm saying? I'm deep in these streets, man. I know a mother lacquer. So I think I'm pretty good with that. You know what I'm saying?
You probably already got lacquer in your garage.
You ran into that one lacquer plant and grabbed a bunch of lacquer before it burnt down, probably. Huh?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, it's a female. I can't give out no names, but you know what I'm saying? For the right cost or the right stroke, you know what I'm saying? She got the lacquer and the backer. So, you know what I'm saying? Down in the cackalacker. So, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? You can have that one. You know what I'm saying? I know I got
this. Pooh, when can we expect you to hit the road, bro?
August.
August?
Yeah, I'm going to Europe for a couple weeks at the beginning of August with Apollo Brown.
Nice.
And Guilty Simpson and Sky Zoo.
Friend of the show.
Yes. And then when I come back, August 25th, I'm in Charlotte. August 27th, I'm in Raleigh. And then in September, I hit out a couple more cities. I think I'm going to New York. I'm going to Philly, DC, San Francisco, and a couple other places. I can't remember off the top of my head. So we still adding dates. Shout out to Zach over at the Empire Agency. We still adding dates, and another North Carolina-based booking agency. Try to keep it NC as much as I can. So
Ty is one of my besties.
Yeah, so we adding dates now, man, and I'm ready. Like, I'm excited. I don't know what to expect. This is, I know what to expect when LB go out, but I don't know what to expect when Rapper Pooh go out. Like, I've never headlined my own tour before, so this is going to be an experience, an experiment. And I got Shame Gang coming out with me. Shout out to Shame Gang.
Yes.
So he'll be.
Just pack Fontaine in your suitcase with you.
Hey, look, man. Tay don't like the tour, man. He don't really like the tour. I mean, plus he hard at work on the documentary. He taking the lead with that as I work on this album and get that through. So I gotta show love to my brother for carrying that weight. For the time being. So I do participate, for those that's wondering. I do participate, but a lot of the heavy lifting is between him and the director Holland Gallagher and a couple other partners that we got. So love to him for that. But September. For Raleigh, the Raleigh-Durham area, August 27th. September.
Pooh will be there. Okay, we will be there, most definitely.
You're gonna put in for your hall pass now. That's in a couple
shut
months.
up. Shut up.
Damn. Oh, damn.
How you gonna call me? How you gonna call me out on live?
Harry, everybody knows you need a hall pass. Everybody that watches the show.
At least
it ain't a
you
hall
got an
pass.
alibi. At least
It
you
ain't a
got an
hall
alibi.
pass. It's a permission slip.
Pooh's here. At least you got an alibi, bro.
It's a permission slip. I understand, bro. I got to get one too. You know what I'm saying? When I leave the house, I dig it. I dig it. You know what I mean?
I do what I want.
Yeah, bro, I go where I damn well please. But yeah, make sure you put that in. Put in for your PTO now, Perry.
Yeah,
So
look, I got it, man. I got it. Okay.
You look, let me tell you, man. That's
built up them sick days. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, that's grown. That's grown people. That's grown. That's our, that's our demographics, man. That's the real shit. We got to take these PTOs and shit. We got to motherfucker take time out just to do shit now. Like before, we could just say, you know what, fuck class. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go to Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? And spend a day up in Charlotte. Now, you got kids and life, and you just be like, yo, hold on, dude. It's when? Hold on, let me check my calendar and shit.
And then your kids got a better itinerary than yours. Like,
thank you.
Absolutely. Like one of the things like we started with little brother, and what I'm trying to continue, to do as I even do my own thing is, for the majority, I mean, sometimes it don't end up this way, but I try to have shows on Thursday, Friday, Saturdays only. You know what I mean? Like, I know Thursday technically isn't the weekend, but it's the start of the weekend. So
it gives you an excuse for a long weekend. You just take Friday off.
So I try to, keep shows to them days as much as possible. And then you don't have to worry about me walking on stage at midnight. I don't care what day of the week it is. Like, I don't want to be on stage at midnight. You know what I mean? Like, by 11:30, I'm trying to be back in my hotel with my feet up, eating some wings and a salad. You know what I mean?
Right.
There it is. So you're not gonna have to worry about that either. Like, them days are long gone. Like, I'm ready to be on Netflix and chilling by 12 o'clock.
I go night night. I go night night.
So those you're not gonna have to worry about. Coming and like, damn, it's 1:30. When is he going on? Like, no, I'm 9:30, 10 o'clock tops. I'm trying to be on stage and working the full lather by 10 o'clock. You know what I mean? So I just want people to be assured that we on grown man time. You know what I'm saying? Grown man and women time.
That's what's up.
Yes, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
No, because I appreciate that, because like after the show, that's like eating at a decent time. Yeah, that's perfect, man. That's
you still got that 2 hours before you lay down. You know what I mean? To let that food digest. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, man, I know, man, I'm 42, brother. You know what I'm saying? I know. You know what I mean?
Life changes at 40. Can't do rubber band don't snap back like it used to.
Absolutely does not.
It does not.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, man, look, this Pooh, thank you for coming through. All right,
thank y'all, man.
Look, whenever you want to come back, okay, let us know. All right. When it gets closer to the documentary, we definitely would love you back, and you can bring that other nigga with you. So, and look, and that ain't no trust me, that ain't no insult to him. We love, we love him as well. Shoot, we had Beam Eye on back in the fall. Okay. So, so we love everything that he's got going on.
Absolutely.
And we love everything that we love everything that you got going on.
Man, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all, man. I know y'all got y'all be having all the family on, so I appreciate y'all. And I was in the green room when that other conversation was going on prior to me getting on, and I just want to tell y'all we got to stop inviting people to the cookout. Okay, we can go out to eat with them, but we got to stop inviting people to the cookout because we don't get invited to their cookout. So
yeah, exactly.
Well, they don't cook good food no how. Don't nobody want to go there no how. They don't cook no good food.
Hey, look, man,
everybody was going up raisins and shit, man.
Everybody was going up for that girl rapping them lyrics. I think it was a little baby song or whatever. And I was like, hey, you can't trust people who drink Bud Lights, fam.
Hey, listen.
And then they went and pulled up her Twitter. They went and pulled up her Twitter, and what do you know? You know what I mean? I was like, hey, the Bud Light told it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was just waiting for her to drop the M-bomb. I was just waiting. I was like, watch it like this.
Hey, look, if she'd have had a Heineken or Corona or something, hey, but Bud Light, baby. You know what I mean? You gotta look at the whole picture. You know what I mean? You gotta look at the whole.
Bud Light says she does not have any little light skinned babies running around
at all.
And just know you're not loved if you go to a cookout and you see that orange box of hamburgers, the frozen hamburgers that are in the orange
Flanders.
box.
Flanders,
Yeah. You're
Just
not
know
caring
you're
about.
not loved
Just
if
walk
you go
out.
to a
Just walk out.
cookout and you gotta ask who made the potato salad. That ain't the cookout you're supposed to be at.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
True
Nope.
is.
That
True
ain't
is.
that ain't it. That ain't it.
Nope. For
I
real.
think
For
I'm still
real.
gonna ask. I don't care what color the people are. I don't be eating everybody's potato salad.
But see,
Sorry.
if I don't already know who made it when I pull up, then I'm just not eating it.
No, it's
I
just
don't
not
even
gonna
care
eat
to
it. Not gonna
ask.
touch it.
Yeah, I don't care to ask. Give me
If
the
your
burnt
soda
piece of
just say
chicken.
soda, that shit fucked up.
If your soda just say soda, like
motherfuckers fucked up.
True.
Listen, you know how I feel about
About contraband.
generic sodas.
Mm-hmm.
Pooh, do you remember Czech soda from Winn-Dixie?
No, I grew up in Virginia, so we didn't have.
Okay, y'all didn't have
Winn-Dixie.
Winn-Dixie. Czech soda is the generic Winn-Dixie brand of soda, and it slaps. They closed all the Winn-Dixies here, but they still exist in Florida. So Tico and I went to Florida and smuggled back. We went to CVS and got some big black plastic bags, some rope, some duct tape, and we smuggled back 6 12-packs of Czech soda in my suitcase, and only one, we wrapped them so good, only one actually burst, and it didn't go all over everything. It's
it look like we was
grape.
packing keys, son. Like we was packing keys up in there.
Hey, look, you got. Hey, listen. One time we went to Hawaii, and we was in Hawaii, and our DJ Flash, he had some pineapple, and we in Hawaii, so the pineapple's fire, right? Fresh off the tree. And he asked the dude, he was like, "Yo, man, where you get this pineapple from?" He was like, "Outside, off the tree." And the next thing I know, Flash had bought probably about 10 pineapples to mail home.
Wow.
All off some pineapple we got out the little breakfast buffet at the hotel that morning. And now he got 12 pineapples he got to mail home. So I understand, when you got that thing,
you got to get it.
You got to get it. You want it.
When Keisha goes to Florida, she brings back them birds, bro. She brings that work, them check. 12 packs, bro.
And I gotta bring this up. When that happened, okay, she shared this. Of course, they shared the story on the show, and it just so happens that that particular show was when we were discussing when May the Lord Watch dropped.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was the same show. Smuggling checks.
Yep. Hip hop tracks and smuggling checks.
Now I gotta. I don't even drink soda like that, but now I gotta taste this checks. I gotta taste it.
Yeah,
peach,
soda.
the peach,
yeah, the peach,
and the black cherry.
Yep.
Oh, it's the flavor like that. Oh yeah.
Yep.
No, you don't drink. You don't drink the cola.
I know that. I know that thing. I know that thing. Just a brick of sugar
and the ginger ale
all day. Yeah, just a brick of sugar. That's all. Just
pretty much.
It's delicious.
Gonna have my diabetes acting up.
You'll paint a damn house. Paint a house and pass the fuck out.
Well, y'all crazy as hell. But yeah, man. Again, man. Hey, Pooh. I guess we got your info. If not, Phil get it from you. I'm gonna be in Charlotte in the next few weeks. I'm gonna bring that plaque to you.
Okay.
So we can get that to you.
Okay, for sure, man. Once again, man, I appreciate y'all grabbing that for me, man. I remember when they was asking me was I coming, man, and I had so many things going on that I forgot what day it was, and then they was like, "Yo, you coming?" I was like, "What day is it?" It's today, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, nah, that ain't gonna happen. I'm in Charlotte, brother. It's not gonna happen." So
damn it, I'm Big Pooh from Little Brother.
I appreciate y'all grabbing that for me, and thank you to the core DJs, man. That's real big, man.
That's fam.
I'm honored. You know what I'm saying, and flattered that I was awarded such an award from y'all. So that's love.
Yeah, they've had it. Look, they've had it since November. I got the call, and I was like, "Nah, we got to get this to my brother, man." Look, Pooh, thank you for coming through and blessing us with your presence on Straight to Tape. Like I said, come back anytime. The closer that documentary gets, we want you. We want you back on this show, my man.
And the album,
stay close, bro. Stay close.
Yeah,
for sure, man. I appreciate y'all, and I'm definitely gonna take y'all up on that offer for sure.
No doubt.
Right. Ladies and
It
We'll
is.
gentlemen,
let y'all know when Pooh and the Lizard Lick Boys go on tour. You know what I'm saying? We a rapping group. We clog at the
Keisha.
same time.
Keisha.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Now
Not
he knew we were trying to wrap this shit up.
Not the lizard.
Every
Lick
time,
Boy.
Stop
every
it.
time when we trying to rap,
Every time.
every time. Boo,
and he's
thank you
still
for coming
talking.
through. Yeah, exactly. He ain't realized he's off yet. But anyway,
Yes, he did.
Boo, thank you for coming through, my man. And like
Thank
I
y'all,
said,
man.
anytime.
For sure, man. For sure, man. Y'all have a blessed evening, and
Bye.
y'all keep it on.
Night
All
time.
right, brother.
All right.
You
Thank
too,
you, bro.
man. Peace.
Bye.
Peace.
firework blowing and
Woo,
fireworks
ladies and
and
gentlemen, can we
confetti
bring Tigo
flying
back
out.
on?
You know what I'm saying?
Tigo,
Doing the
he's
club
gone,
and
man.
shit.
Stop,
He
Tigo,
Yo,
gone.
stop it. Stop it.
He gone. He gone.
what?
Ooh.
He's gone. He's gone. You blanked out.
Yo.
It's gonna be hot, yo. It's gonna be fire, son.
Oh
right.
my God, ladies and gentlemen, look, ladies and gentlemen, such a beautiful edition of Straight to
That was
Tape.
a marathon, too.
Yes, it was. Ladies and gentlemen, remember you can catch Straight to Tape live Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. The audio version of Straight to Tape, powered by Acast, can now be found on all of your favorite podcasting platforms, including Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, and more. Follow us on our social media platforms, IG, Facebook, and Twitter, Straight to Tape, and check out our YouTube channel, S2T Media, and make sure you hit that damn subscribe button. Yo, Rob.
Yes, sir.
Yo, man, it's been such a beautiful show. It's been so full of everything. Show some love to the comment section, my brother.
Well, yeah, definitely got to give some love to the comment section, man. Like I said early on, we had the homie Champ coming through on the check-in, aka Will Joke for Food on YouTube. Check my man out, Record Store Podcast.
He ain't lying.
Building.
He ain't lying.
He's not lying about that. He will.
No, at
will
all.
joke for food.
Yeah, he will.
So Daniel Allen on the check-in. We also had Martha Lloyd, my man Reg, that dude. Jay Berkeley Gold II, aka Jay Burke, my man Deveron Raj, the Big Chief. Aisha, what's up, girl? My man Professor Prince Paul. Joe Biggs on the check-in. Also had Tim Prince. My man C's, thanks for the beats, bro. My man Mike Bluefire on the check-in. Mike G from the legendary Jungle Brothers on the check-in from YouTube. Also, Nisai doing her thing. Trisha, what's up, girl? The homie Finn, aka Dunny, aka I could be here all night with this dude's name.
No, we'll be here forever. Stop it.
Also, OC Taylor on the check-in. That's the homie too.
OC from NC.
That's right. Also in the React, Scott Graham, my man Jay Burke as well. Nadia, also the homie Manuel from around the way. And shout out to everybody who shared the stream. And hey man, thank you for rocking out with your favorite podcast, man. We appreciate you being here, man. Keep supporting, keep sharing, man. You already know.
Wow, and wow. You know what I mean? I love nights like these. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Nights like this. And I'll leave it at that. Shut up, Tico.
Because he was about to embrace that Eddie Kane, boy.
Yeah, ain't that.
If you didn't know, Tico is Straight to Tapes Eddie Kane. But
he's our Eddie Kane, he's our Bobby, that's Tico.
Reason why y'all motherfuckers is here. They came to see me.
And he's our Eddie Ruffin, yes. Oh my
yep, all of that.
They should call this right here Straight to Tico. That's what they should call it right now. Motherfucker Tico.
Yeah.
That's what they should call it.
Kill your music.
Anyway.
It's David Ruffin.
Back and take this motherfucking Mexican pancake.
Look, anyway, look, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on Straight to Tape. Look, just on some make sure, okay? Make sure you check out our family from Porsche Discussions, Joe Biggs and the crew, Thursdays, 6:15 Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, all right? New episode of Questions You Didn't Ask with Naisha Frey will be up this coming Saturday, okay? And, we can't leave out our favorite permanent guest host, Bishop Omega, and Intelligent Ratchet tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook Live and, on other platforms. Guys, did you have fun this evening? I know I had fun this evening.
We did.
Most definitely.
But like Pooh said, it's time to get in the bed and rub my feet together.
Yes, it
Pretty
is.
much.
Yes, it is.
Pretty
yes,
much.
it is.
8 o'clock
So
comes quick.
Yep. So,
Pause.
ladies and shut up, ladies and gentlemen, for our social media assassin, Rob the Actual.
Great show, man. Again, thank y'all for rocking out with your favorite podcast, man. We love y'all. We really appreciate it. And again, keep on supporting, man. We love it.
And of course, the first lady of S2T, the quintessential hip hop mom. You know who it is. It's Keisha with a Y.
I mean, that was so hip hoppy, you guys. I'm overwhelmed right now. Thanks to Big Pooh. Thanks for everybody in the comments. You guys are the reason why we're here. So y'all keep coming. We'll keep doing it.
And of course, it is I. Of course, it is I. C. Perry
You
the
got that
second.
wrong. I got that.
Yeah.
Woo, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree, Key. I agree.
Yeah, sorry, Key. But look, ladies and gentlemen, it's your man C. Perry the second. It's your man C. Perry the second. I do.
Yo, what you mean, man? I ain't say my joint, man. You ain't. What's up, man? You skipping me, man?
Oh, damn. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, for the comedian, professional joke slinger, Tico the Guy.
And life coach. I have been asked, how do you break up with a girl?
Oh, no.
And this is how you do it, fellas. After you have a long, passionate night of beat.
I'm not doing that today. Nope. He can record that. He can record that.
And drop it as a
we can
vignette.
release it and drop it as a vignette. But we are not going to besmirch this historic show with a nasty acronym. Hit the button, Perry. Let's get out of here.
Love y'all. Thank you. Straight to tape. Love y'all.
Straight to tape. Love y'all.
S2T Media.
Yep. Make sure you check us out.
You say
Hit the button. Hit the button. Hit the button.
Hey, little brother. Afterwards.
Wait.
Yeah, that was the wrong one. That was the wrong one. Now I'm in the button. Now I'm in the button. Now I'm in the button out.